Oh, nice sound of the. What? Why did the doors open? What? Move train while door open? What? So there's a bug where this train just reopens its doors, and I'm pretty sure I didn't open the doors there. All right, well, attempt number two then, I suppose.
M-I-D to the E to the L to the U to the X to the E to the top. Smacking.
Hello there guys, QwertyAfro here. Welcome back to another video, and it is finally about time for my first Train Simulator Classic, Train Simulator 2021. I think we're on 2021. I can't remember I can't remember the last time I actually played a TS Classic, but that's what I call it, just TS Classic, TS1. That's the thing I know it by. I don't subscribe to the whole kind of yearly thing of changing its name because you know my reasons for it in the past of why I'm not such a fan of it. It just makes it sound like it is a new game, but really it's just the same game updated over and over again. But it's my first time actually since last year. I think I've not done a 2021 video within this game, but I thought, you know what? It's about time to get back into, but what is something kind of like special or something interesting that's actually released in, current times. And behold, I wasn't even planning, I didn't even know about this. This was just very last minute, very, very unexpected. But we have the Birmingham Cross City line that has just been released, and obviously it comes with the class 323, which is something I was just I've heard inklings and kind of like bits and bobs that this was a route that was going to come to the game. I didn't know when. To be honest, I've not really been keeping up to date with the kind of stuff that's going on with Train Sim 1, Train Sim Classic, Train Sim 2021, whatever. But I did see over the last few days when I was just, having a browse that this just popped up as like it's coming out soon, and then it just dropped today on the Friday, and I think it's also the March Madness sale going on Steam. So I think it's actually slightly reduced. I think it's like about a couple of quid off. So it is sort of on a little mini sale. But I'm really excited to actually get back into the game, into TS Classic, because I've just been doing Train Sim World kind of content in the Dovetail verse of games. But I'm really eager to check this out. I think I'm gonna try this across the city scenario. I haven't downloaded any Steam Workshop scenarios because obviously there isn't any. This literally just came out maybe an hour ago from when I'm recording this. So there's only really the Korea scenarios, and there is a couple of Railfan or train spotting kind of free roam scenarios that are available in the standard section. So I'm going to do this across the city, quite a lengthy one because we're going to be doing obviously the whole kind of 36, 37 miles of route. We're going to be doing Lichfield, Trent Valley to Bromsgrove. You can also do the Redditch branch as well. So it is literally the whole cross city line, the whole network for where the 323 is based in terms for, well, in this era it's for London Midland. Obviously now it's West Midlands trains. But let's get into it and let's do this across the city scenario and have a look at the Birmingham Cross City and the Class 323. Let's do it. Right. Good afternoon, driver. Please release the doors and get the train ready to depart on time at 13:50. The line is quiet at this time and there's no reported problems, so this should be a nice and easy run to Bromsgrove. Have a look at the timetable before departure and have a nice trip. So, wow, it's completely quiet. But we're in a 323, which is a train I was not expecting to be driving, ever so soon in Train Sim 2021, coming back to the game, doing some content for the channel as well. Um, Looks good in here, to be honest. My FOV is slightly set back, as you can see. It's just a little bit, the camera's a little bit set back, but not bad. Let's get headlights. Let's get doors open, I suppose. Is there any sound with that? I don't know. It's a bit insulating with the sound there. That was a little bit odd, but here we go. 323, finally in Train Sim. I know this has been a thing where I think loads of people back in the day wanted a 323 and wanted the cross city line. So it's great that I guess it's finally in the game. That's warrants a screenshot. It's quite a photogenic train. We're here at Lichfield, Trent Valley, on the West Coast Main Line, Trent Valley section. So this is obviously is this the southern terminus, northern terminus? I don't know about I don't really know too much about the Birmingham Cross City line, so do forgive me. I think it is the Lichfield is south of Birmingham, and then Redditch and Bromsgrove is like to the north, and then splits up there. I don't know. Maybe I'm right there in saying that. Maybe I'm wrong. But we're here. We're starting here. So it's just one platform, terminus platform, and obviously I think the electrification does stop. Yeah, past here, and then I think it's just like cross country services that go ahead here. And oh, hello. We need to switch on. We need to switch on those tail lights, because that's a bit cheeky. And now that should be good. Lovely. Right. Heard the little guard buzzer there. We're ready to rock and roll. So we can just slap the master key. Slap it in neutral. And then we slap in forward. And then essentially we're ready to go. And obviously we're going to come out here. And I think we obviously want to hear the... I think with this train, it's all about the sounds. How does it sound? Because this is one of those iconic trains where the sounds are everything. So nice release there of the brake valves. Okay. We're struggling a little bit to get power. But the sounds are there. Sounds are there. I don't know why it's cutting out. Maybe it's a gradient. Oh, we are actually on a bit of a sharp gradient. Anyway, we're here with 25 crossing the points here. And then once we get past the speed board, check out the horn. Right, let's open it up. We're not going to have much time, actually, because obviously our first station's actually on the way. Okay. I think we'll give the sounds a bit more of a, we'll give it a bit more of a trial at the next station, I would think. Because I wasn't fully on the power there, so let's get... Oh, yeah, I can hear the regen braking there. I'm just braking down here for this 20 mile per hour into Lichfield City. Not bad so far. I don't know these inconsistencies and pauses and mutes of the sound. I don't know why it's doing that, but maybe it's the traction. Can't get enough traction or something. But I've never ridden on these trains in real life, so I'm not too, like, I've obviously seen videos of them, so I know how they're supposed to sort of sound. But this is cool. I didn't expect to be playing on this route, but it's a nice one to get back into for on the channel. Coming up to Lichfield City. Yeah, something's a bit iffy with the sounds, because obviously I'm now coasting. I'm not braking, I'm not taking power, so traction, I should not be hearing any sort of tractions. I don't know if there's a little bit of a mismatch with the sounds here. But we're here, Lichfield City. Right-hand platform. Yeah, something here is a bit... I don't know if they've mapped the sounds to just the speed, but it shouldn't be making any sounds if I'm just coasting. so now I'm braking and I should be hearing a bit of sounds. Going to coast a little bit more till we get to the end of the platform. Oh, and okay. Okay, that does sound like the how it's supposed to break. But a bit iffy with the sounds there. Hopefully maybe it rectifies. I don't know. But I did pass. Did I pass? I think I did pass the was there a free marker board? Yeah, there was, but it didn't see it at all. And again, I'm just not used to this route, so I do not know where things are. I've never seen any of these stations, or so I'm literally playing the Birmingham City Cross City line completely blind. Oh, and the doors do have sounds. It's just that they only work on the exterior camera. Do we have a passenger view? Oh, we do. Not bad passenger view. Do we have any extra cameras? No, we don't. Just the one camera. Let's get back in there and let's go full power. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. There is a tiny bit of delay. Just a fraction of, like, a little bit of delay with the sounds. Like, sometimes it just doesn't match where I'm putting the power brake controller. It doesn't, I don't know. And see this, I'm coasting. Why is the regen braking of the traction motors kicking in and I'm just coasting? It doesn't make sense. That might be a little bit of a bug there. But modeling wise, the 323 looks good. Right. Full power. Yeah. What was that? Okay. Okay, yeah. There's something with the sounds. That's just not like, there's just something, I don't know, not mapped or properly. The sounds aren't aligned with like what I'm kind of inputting, or there's random sounds like coming in where like they shouldn't be coming in or something like that. I don't know, but you guys are hearing it for what I'm seeing as well when I'm playing this, so I don't know what's up. But the sounds themselves sound alright. I don't have any issue with the gotta slow down here for 55. I don't actually have any issue with the actual sound of how it actually sounds to a real life 323. It's just the way the sounds are sort of mapped in the game, corresponding to what I'm doing, taking power, braking with the train, sort of kind of thing. So I'm a bit confused why I'm hearing things when I'm not supposed to be hearing them. But I do like the sounds though. From what I'm hearing so far. Right, we can take a bit more power now. Shenstone. I don't know how many, actually, we should have had a look at the, I should have had a look. Probably you guys know everything about the Cross City lines. I don't. Shenstone, Blake Street, Butler's Lane, Four Oaks, Sutton Coldfield, Wild Green, Chester Road, Erdington, Gravelly Hill, Ashton, Birmingham New Street, two Birmingham New Streets. Platform 12A, 12B. 5 Ways. University, Shelley Oak, Bourneville, Kings Norton, Northfield, Longbridge, and Bromsgrove. I do know that this line does have like really steep sort of like gradients. It's like has one of, I don't know, one of the longest sustaining high kind of gradients anywhere on the kind of like network. Yeah, see, now that I'm coasting, this is what I should be hearing. I shouldn't really be hearing anything of, like, the traction motors. I should just be hearing just the ambient sounds, the sort of, like, rail wheel interaction. That's really it. And now, obviously, we're coming into Shenstone. Where is Shenstone? We're coasting actually at quite a low speed here. I don't even have to, I can brake quite late here. And this time I will look out for the free marker, which I didn't do at Lichfield City. Right. Step 2. Yeah, it sounds, yeah, I can get behind this. Full service, and I think let's go out and check out the door sounds. Bit fast, the door animations. Don't know if that's how it is in real life with the 323, but that's a little fast. I don't know what you guys think of, like, the London Midland City livery for the 323. I don't know if it's something liked compared to, like, what it is now with the West Midlands Trains livery. I don't know if there's a particular favorite with people. Right, let's do a little external, and this time we have 60 miles per hour as the speed limit going out of this station, so we should be able to just let it rip. Okay, yeah. I'd like to know you guys' opinion as well on the sounds. I don't know if they are fully authentic. As again, I'm not really fully versed in the 323 or the cross city line, so for me this is kind of, I'm playing this completely blind. Obviously I've seen like some reference videos and stuff like that of the 323, but it's not really a train that interests me a whole lot, but I do know about it, and yeah. But I would like to hear you guys' take and opinions in the comments, and just let me know what you guys think about the sound. I think the modeling is pretty decent. And this is a really damn steep incline here up to Blake Street. A nice sort of cab. It's kind of like, obviously, I think the 323 was sort of emulating the kind of networker sort of style. I think it's like it has like a sort of name of like a hyper network or something like that as well, with the sounds kind of very similar to the sort of like Metro Camwell kind of networkers, like with the 465s and 365s. But yeah, it's a nice little route, the cross city line, commuter service sort of kind of thing. And obviously these trains actually kind of being... What was that? Oh, was that the Vigilance? Okay. It's good I kind of thought it was the Vigilance, because I was not going to do anything there, but nicely came in there and cancelled it. Right, I'm going to leave it to coast now towards Blake Street. The gradient itself should cut away quite a nice bit of my speed, so I'm not really too worried. And wow, these stations are actually quite close together, man. This is like a really like little kind of like a metro sort of service. And I suppose in the peak service this is quite a busy line. Alright, hopefully I could just nicely come into Blake Street here. Maybe even just only break service 1, you know? Maybe you might not even need brake service 2. Okay, I'm going to need brake service 2. Okay. Good for that free marker. To be honest, it would have been nice to drive a 6 car, because then I just know that I would be going to the end of the platform. Right. I'm a bit confused why we can't hear the door sounds from inside the cab. That's a bit iffy. Something there that maybe could be polished and taken a look at, because... Yeah. And the sound contrast, like, I know you can hear, like, the train sound when it's moving from the interior, but it's... You can't hear any... There's no sound now playing. There's no ambient noise from the outside. It's only when you're actually moving that you do hear. And you don't hear the door closing. Nope, not at all. So when you're in the train, you don't hear any sort of thing except for the buzzer, but I was not in here when that got activated. Wait, the doors are open again? What? Who opened the doors? I didn't open the doors. Or maybe I clicked the... Oh, I might have clicked the platform. Which I still don't understand why that's a thing. Yeah, there. And, of course, door sounds are not in sync. That makes sense. Has this route even been QA'd properly? Like, come on. I'm going to leave it in power free. Yeah, why does it cut out like this? Well, I don't know if it's losing a bit of line voltage or something. I don't know, but it's still powering up. It's just I can't hear the traction motors for some reason continuously. But so far as well, the detail with the stations is pretty nice for what the kind of, like, you know, the sort of old London Midland aesthetic. Obviously, all that right now currently would be orange instead of what it used to be with green. Alright, Butler's Lane is the next station. Right. Maybe guessing here, step 2. Brake. But the brake's actually really good on this. Actually, too good. Like, really good. But then again, we're going on a gradient, so... A little bit too keen there. A little bit sus with some of the, as I said, the sounds themselves. I'm not too worried or like concerned about. It's just the way that the sounds have been implemented into the game, into like attached with the train and stuff like that. It just, some of it just does not sound right. Like, what? Why am I hearing the chime sound after the doors are closed? Like, oh. Let's do another little external departure. Yeah, tell me what you guys think, because I don't know if I'm going mad here, like with how I'm hearing things, like how they're interacting with what I'm inputting the train to do, and how it's not all sort of smooth, like the sound's not all like flowing from start to finish kind of thing. It's breaking up a little bit. I don't know. Like maybe I'm making stuff up, or maybe I'm just like not hearing it properly or whatever. Right, Four Oaks, which I do know is one of the main stations where trains do turn around or terminate from like Redditch or Bromsgrove or even Birmingham New Street. Some trains terminate in the peak at Birmingham New Street, if I'm not mistaken. Are you certain of your stopping pattern? That is, I guess that would be. I don't know. Do you trains skip stations on the Cross City line? Is there like some fast? Sorry about that, guys. My recorder just decided to stop recording for some reason, but don't worry. The game. I thought my game crashed, but actually it just my recorder just stopped recording. But we can just continue. Coming in now to Four Oaks. Slap on to the free marker. There we go. So yeah, this has a terminating platform here. So this is where I guess in the peak, certain services terminate here. It's quite a photogenic train, I'm not gonna lie. And the actual, to be honest, the actual PIS dot matrix screen's actually not too bad as well. And just, I don't know, these they're funny. And then the sound just completely cuts off. Oh, nice sound of the What? Why did the doors open? What? Move train while door open? What? So there's a bug where this train just reopens its doors, and I'm pretty sure I didn't open the doors there. All right, well, attempt number 2 then, I suppose. Right, let us try and depart Four Oaks for the second time. That was just like a very weird. I don't know what the hell happened there with the doors. So I've spent the last like obviously you guys haven't seen that because I've edited it out, but I spent the last like obviously however long it took us to get to Four Oaks. I did that all again behind the scenes. But I did take some time to just really listen to the sounds myself. Obviously, sometimes, sometimes my voice overpowers the sounds, and even I can't hear what I want to try and maybe hear in game. But I think I've noticed that when you slap the power full power, if you go into power notch 4 and let the train accelerate out, the sounds are not as broken apart. It's a bit more continuous, but the actual kind of more kind of significant sound off the traction motors the iconic sort of like sound off the 323s, it kind of goes away, like it really sharply turns off at about 30 miles per hour, which is a bit like, I guess, yeah, at some point when you're going at a greater speed, you're not going to hear those sort of like you're not going to hear the kind of inverters and stuff like that, like as powerfully that you can, when you're, accelerating from like 0 to 20 miles per hour or something like that. But it turns off very suddenly, and then if you're powering up in like notch 1, notch 2, and even notch 3, that's where you hear the brakes, in the sounds, which just doesn't sound right to me. It like if you put it in notch 2, the sound should just be slowed a bit. While I think they're using the same sound, but they're not modifying the actual the duration, well, the length of it. Because obviously, if you take power slowly in a train, the traction motors don't make noise as fast as, you know, obviously if you're powering up full power, it's going to, you know, all the energy is going to be put to, all the electricity is going to be put to the motors to get the train going. While if you're just, you know, power notch 1, power notch 2, it's a little bit, and the sound is gradual. It's not as like forceful and fast. So that's the thing I'm kind of like a bit noticing as well. Of course, still no door sounds. You don't really hear anything externally with the doors in the cab, which is I don't know. It's still a bit iffy. I did pass here the free marker a little bit too. Somewhere like back there or whatever. But we're here at Sutton Coalfield. Nice little bit of a curved platform here. Very nice. Man, this is like a really photogenic train, I'm not gonna lie. Right, let's get going. So if I show you right now, if I slap it into power notch 4, sounds kick in. We hear the traction. We hear the iconic sounds of the 323. And it's continuous, it's continuous, it's continuous. And then, yeah, about 30 miles per hour, it just cuts off. And then the kind of, you hear the like sort of underwinding sort of part of the traction motors. But I think you should still be hearing that, like, you know, the kind of thing, that the distinct sound of the 323 traction motors. But it just kind of goes down gradually instead of just cutting off at like about 30. But it's between like 28 and 30 miles per hour. But as you notice, there wasn't actually any sort of break in the sounds. While if I'll show you once we get to like Wild Green. Once we accelerate out the platform at like notch 1, notch 2, the sounds just break off. And it just doesn't sound coherent. I've also just been looking around the cab as well. There's most buttons you can fit around. You can obviously turn on this little fan here. You can, up here, which I forgot to do, is the actual saloon lighting. So if I go into the saloon, we have some lighting. But next station is Wild Green. I'm noticing that obviously the stations are getting a lot closer together now, so I'm guessing we're kind of hitting the kind of core of into Birmingham and into the kind of like city centre. And one thing I have to say, the brakes on this unit are phenomenal. Like, you really... This train is actually really, I guess in real life as well, it's just designed perfectly for this route. It accelerates really fast, the brakes are very responsive, and it just works. It works for this route. And I can sort of feel it through even a game like this. There we go. But I just find it so annoying that I don't hear any sort of like door sounds through the cab. It's a bit of an annoyance, which really shouldn't. It shouldn't really be. It should that like, you know, we're making Dovetail are making these sort of mistakes this late into the game. You know, with this game still. As I said, was the Q&A done properly for this map, for this train? Like, it's just... These are little things, but it's just like you've seen it repeat, and the quality, like the biggest thing I have issue with like Train Sim Classic, and it is still, as we can see with this route and this train, is the quality control. It's just like, this should have been, you know, it shouldn't have been a thing that I'm now pointing out. But anyway, let's do it at power notch 2. Yeah, you see here, just cuts out, and then comes back in. And cuts out. And comes back in. And in every other notch, it does that, except for power notch 4, where the sound continuously plays. And I don't know why. It just... I'm pretty sure that's not how the train reacts in real life, because that's really weird, because you're still like the train's still accelerating, so it's still taking power. So the traction motors are still working, but the sounds are just not working in sync with how the motors are working and what you're inputting the train to tell you what to do. But yeah. But the sounds here, like, you know, I'm just on brake step 1 here. The whine, it's yeah, that's fine. And then when the actual regen part in the lower sort of speed comes in, that's really nice as well. Coming in here to Chester Road, yeah, it kicks in about just under 25 miles an hour. And even here, you're hearing it just come in and out. It's like playing and then playing right now in my ear, and then stop. Like, why isn't it continuous? And then it is continuous, obviously, the harsher you put the brake. But that shouldn't be coming in and out like that. I don't know, maybe the train does sound like this, like in real life, which I doubt, but it just sounds weird to me. Maybe I'm the mad one. Do let me know in the comments, because I don't know. Anyway, we're here at where? Chester Road. Oh, those door sounds. And I do love the sound of the compressor. Yeah, you see the way it's been scripted, the sound with, yeah, the way, even in notch 3, it's a bit better. But there's still that pause. I don't know why. Yeah, here. Well, here it's now. It's just completely shut off because obviously it's past 28 miles per hour. But it's just like, the sound is fine, I think, generally for the most part. It sounds like a 323. But it just, the way the sounds have just been stitched together to be heard in the game, and the way they interact with the player input, it's just, that's the issue right now I'm having with this Cross City Lines and with the actual 323. I don't know if this might need some bug fixes and stuff like that. Right. Erdington? And why am I'm not in a brake step right now, and it's playing regen braking sounds. Okay, now I'm braking, but even when I'm coasting, the sounds play through, and it's just, what? There we go, and just no sound after that. Honestly, like, I think it's kind of funny because the sound, like, this might be the first time I've played a map or a train in Train Sim Classic, and the sounds actually are all right, but the way the sounds have been implemented are a bit questionable. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself. It's nice. I think if you like this sort of, stop start and this kind of like commuter service. And why am I not going? Are the doors again open for some reason? Yep, the doors are like, what? Okay, bug here with the doors. The doors just like to reopen for some reason. What is going on here? Again, has this route gone through Q&A? Like, okay. This is the most bizarre experience I think I've had in quite a while in Train Sim. Something's not right, but we're pushing through. We're pushing through. Maybe it's just with my game, or maybe the way I'm playing it, but I feel I'm playing it like how most people would play it, so, you know. Now, of course, I'm a driver in real life, a train driver in real life, so I'm just telling you that obviously I've not driven a 323 in real life, but I know what you're supposed to kind of like hear, and it's just a bit weird driving in this train and just hearing things that you shouldn't be hearing at certain moments, and you know, that kind of stuff. Right, Gravelly Hill, Gravely Hill, Gravely. I think Gravely, right? Oh, and a lot more speed changes coming up, so we're getting into an interesting part of the route. We're sort of like halfway, I guess. I was a bit late here to brake, I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to show you the power of these brakes, and this unit just knows this. It's so reactive. I will pass the free marker. Just about. And... oh, that's a nice sound. I think it was the compressor that just popped in there, but that was really nice. But there you go. Not even too bad away from the free car marker there. Not too bad at all. See, very responsive brakes. So if you're there like me, that was very much so a late brake point for into Gravely. And it just cuts off. Like, why does it cut off like that? That's not how trains sound like. Right, I'm not going to go more than... oh, well, I can't go more than 50. Next station, Aston? Look forward to seeing... I've actually never driven in a new street, into New Street in this game. I've not yet even driven on the West Coast Main Line, Euston to Birmingham New Street. That's something I want to maybe do at some point. Have a look at that, how that is. Oh, we're going for a neutral section soon. Would be interesting to see if the actual train cuts off while we actually go through it and coast through it. Or, as well, it'd be interesting to see if the line light goes off as well. Because obviously the vacuum circuit breaker will open. Right, slowing right down for some sort of junction here. There we go, coast at 20. As we come into Aston. Yeah, again, just when I get off the brake and when I go into coast, it takes a while even for the sound to kind of go off. Okay. Oh, nice little station here. The modeling of the stations are actually alright. Definitely get the sense I'm on the cross-city line. Definitely has its own sort of charm and flavour. Again, I've never been on the cross-city line myself. Maybe have I? I don't know. Maybe have, but just I've not been on a 323. I've been on a 170 when it was like London Midland. I might have been on the line somewhere. Yeah, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Especially if I'm in full power and it just like a sound like that just goes off. That would be really concerning. You know. Oh. And now we're with a bit of mixed traffic here with 350s. Nice. Now we're going through the I don't think the line light went off either. Okay, so doesn't interact with or that's not a proper neutral section. Alright, looking a little bit densely kind of populated with buildings around here. Alright, next station is... Oh, next station is actually Birmingham New Street. So we're now in... Well, coming into the core of Birmingham. So yeah, everything is sort of like built up now a lot more. We're not in the suburbs anymore. And I guess this is a PSR for the 30 mile per hour coming up. And Duddston. So I'm guessing that's maybe a station that's not called out all the time. Maybe only in like peak hours. Shame again, you can't open any windows. Even stuff like the blinds, like they work, but there's no sound. Oh yeah, this looks like a busy part now coming into. Why is it just making random noises and I'm just coasting? Really, the only thing I should hear, if like something like a compressor, that's fine to hear. But hearing like stuff from the traction is a bit like, what? Oh, and that's a wrong side failure right there. Hearing a I heard a bell instead of an AWS for that double yellow. That's a bit a bit interesting. As we come down into Birmingham New Street. So this, I've never actually seen the approach or how it looks like actually into New Street. So this is interesting to see for the first time. Oh, coaxial signal, nice. So I'm into the platform, I think. And then obviously it's red, so it's only I'm going like midway through the platform. (10 miles per hour). Right. So as you can hear, as you can see, I'm coasting right now, but you can hear the traction motors. What? But to be honest, Birmingham New Street actually looks alright. Oh, so there's a terminus platform here. Was that platform even in use? Doesn't look like. Right, so I'm stopping here at 12A, but that's my red there. Oh. Are we coupling up to another unit? That would be interesting. And slap on the DRA as well. And doors open. Obviously, you can't hear them. So do we actually couple? Yeah, we couple. Couple 323225 to the front of 2 Oscar 52, and then pick up passengers from 12B. So I'm guessing we're releasing the doors now, then closing them, then coupling up, then re-releasing the doors for the front unit. Right. In order to be ready for the rush hour, you have to couple to the unit in front, as this is extra capacity. This extra capacity will be needed when the train returns north from Bromsgroves. Request permission to pass the signal and proceed. Right. Okay. So we should tab that. We get the position light. So that means we can permissively move into a section which is occupied. In this case, we're going into couple. So, oh, hello. Doors are closed. We'd obviously tell the passengers at this point we're going to now couple, so don't worry if you feel a little bit of a bang, a little jolt. So, let's get forward. Don't want to be going too fast here. You just kind of go past the signal and first get up to like about 6 foot. And then there obviously would be people on the platform here checking couplers, everything's ready to like couple or whatever. I don't know how the coupling procedure would be on a 323 if there's like a couple button or whatever, but then you would go another bit forward, and here you just want to get like maybe 2 feet away. And again, just one final little check. Well, that's like literally just almost coupling, but then you just slam on. Right, and I guess that release the doors again and change cabs. Make sure the destination display in the front is in the unit is correct. Otherwise, please change it accordingly. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hello. Of course, here now, once you couple, you would do a push and pull test, but the thing with this, once you've coupled up to a train in train sim, it just acts like you can drive it from any cab, so it will release the brakes and all of that jazz, because it's basically all coupled now. So I don't think there is a couple button. So you would, I guess, press that once you're there, and then that just connects to like electrics and stuff together, so it just acts as one unit. Can we turn off that? That is great. I don't think. Oh, hello! Straight away up in here. We just check. That is fine. Nothing in there. Let's switch cabs. Perfect. Let's get the headlights on. One thing I should have done is actually key off from that cab, but I don't think it actually matters in train sim if you don't key off. Oh, it was already keyed on anyway. Release the doors. It already has Bromsgrove, so that's all great. We could also check maybe if, yep, tail lights are still on from when I had to turn them on at the beginning of the scenario. But that is all good. I didn't expect that we'd actually couple up to another unit. So now we're a full 6 car on our remaining journey to Bromsgrove, where we call at University, Selly Oak, Bourneville, Kings Norton, Northfield, Longbridge, and Bromsgrove. Beautiful. I wonder if it's a bit more sluggish now with an extra unit attached. Got a 323 coming in here. Not too bad. And to be honest, actually, the performance around here in New Street is actually not too bad. Because obviously this is quite a busy, intensive section with a lot of track, a lot of AI as well. So for me, it's actually not too bad. But then again, my game is running a lot better because I've recently upgraded my CPU to a much better like i7 processor. So things should be running better than they used to. What's that? AWS. Oh, so this is informing the driver that they're in like a section where you have AWS on both. You might have an extra AWS for a signal in the opposite direction, like bidirectional working or whatever. But I don't think they would simulate that sort of kind of things where an AWS will work both ways in train sim. Even though it's not that it wouldn't be that difficult. Yep, and again, pausing with the sounds. It just doesn't. And I'm coasting. Why am I hearing the regen braking? And now I'm powering up now. I'm on power notch 1 and I'm hearing regen braking. Yeah, definitely. Whoever's stitched the sounds to this unit, there's just something with the sound stitching is just not. It's not good. Yeah, it's just not in sync with the kind of actions you're doing with the controls of the train. It just. I'm just coasting. And even there, when I went into power notch 3, it was just like a 3-second delay. Like I know some trains you do put the power in and then you wait a certain like couple of seconds for the power to come in. So maybe when accelerating, it's not too bad. Anyway, next station, 5 Ways. A lot of numbered stations on this route. You have like 5 Ways, you have 4 Oaks. And I'm a 6 car this time, not a 3 car. So I go basically to the very end of the platform. And I don't know why you're hearing any sound right now. I've literally just been coasting now into the platform. You like the kind of bright brake valve kind of release, kind of venting, and yeah. Do a little external departure. But I like the route. The route itself is actually like I'm enjoying driving it, and the train itself is a pleasure to drive when you're hearing the right sort of stuff. at the right sort of time. Yeah. And it just cuts off. Like, what? I don't know. I think we need... I think people need to go back and repolish this, I think. Again, why am I hearing something and I'm coasting? Just like the sounds are just fighting to kind of get heard. And so, suddenly we're just... It literally... I don't know. The way it's been stitched is that obviously the sounds are not stitched or synced with the control that I'm inputting with the power brake controller. They're literally reacting to the speed I'm doing. So even if I slow down naturally by like a gradient with gravity, the sound will still play that like I'm braking with region braking once it hits a certain speed, which is just like, okay, someone maybe copped out and just attach the sounds to the speed and that's it, not to the actual like, okay, it's at this speed because it's, you know, you've used the brake, or you're not going to hear sound at this speed because the trains just naturally slow down to that sound. I mean, it's just too prevalent. It's just way too prevalent that I'm just hearing it, and it is just off-putting. Because it's random. It's just... Again, like, I'm not too pressed about the actual sounds themselves. The actual sounds themselves, actually, I can tell it's a 323. Like, quite distinctively, I can tell it's a 323. But, just the way it's all tangled up is a bit... Just a bit off-putting. Anyway, next station, maybe we should do a little, a little canal. But one thing I can rely on is definitely the brakes. Oh, they have green banner repeaters on this route. Nice. Green banner repeaters are so useful for like a train driver. Like, let me tell you, because it just that extra information of like because normally normal banner repeaters, they're either on or off and they're just white. So the signal could be clear, but it could be a cautionary signal. But having that information that if it's green, it's a clear signal. It just helps in terms of knowing what's coming up. Did I miss the stop marker somewhere here? Oh, I completely didn't even see that. It's literally hidden. Yeah, it's literally hidden by like this pole. I just completely didn't see that. That's coming in quite hot. Oh, and would you look at that? I can't take power because let's go to the external camera. The doors are open again. Oh. What? Oh my god, it's just like a buggy mess. What? People, like, if you have this route, let me know if you're having the same issues that I'm having, because this is just like, I don't know what's going on. Do let me know in the comments if you're experiencing any of this, what I'm experiencing. Because it feels like I'm not doing a video here showcasing the route. It feels like I'm doing a video here to do a Q&A, do literally a QA test of this. I feel like I'm bug and fault finding. Like Right, Selly Oak, next station. I'll just get up to 50, no need to get up to 60. That's a nice station. Nice design. And perfect. Like even in no sound. Just the door sounds are just gone. They don't exist within this train. But yeah, like overall, I like the look of the route. The driving on it is great with this train. The train itself, actually, like the modeling's quite nice. The cab's really nice. The you know interior camera here for the pattern. Yeah, no, yeah, I can get on board with it. Um, the issue, like honestly, the issues are just like the synchronization of the sounds. This door bug or whatever, where the doors just reopen. Okay, here it didn't reopen. But it's just a few sort of minor things, and it just feels like these are things that are not pop. Are they minor? They're kind of major in the thing, in the fact that I can notice them quite, playing this, But overall I do like it's a nice, like if you're definitely a fan of the cross city lines and you've been waiting for it to be like come available to play in any sort of like train sim or whatever, because obviously I think the only thing before that you could kind of play this route in was like say open BVE, because I know that there was like a free to like it's a quite a classic route on BV, the cross city lines with the old school 323, but this is the first time it's actually in like a sort of like a modern in a modern train sim, even though this train sim is not modern to any stretch of the imagination. But got a nice flashing sequence here. Double yellow means our route is set to go, I guess, onto the Bromsgrove branch. Right, we're coming into Bourneville, which home of Bourneville chocolate, Cadbury Bourneville chocolate, or just home of Cadbury's. And I love the purple. I'm guessing for the Cadbury's chocolate as well. I do like Cadbury Bourneville, the dark chocolate. I think they've recently released a Bourneville orange. They've like recently with chocolate, especially with like Cadbury's, they've been doing a lot of chocolate orange versions of their like products. So like you have the twist, which has a chocolate variation now. You have the Bourneville, and I think there's something else. I think there's an orange flake as well. But they've been really going mad with the chocolate orange, which I like. I do like chocolate orange. I love mint and chocolate. I love orange and chocolate. But I do like dark chocolate as well. So Bourneville is definitely do like that. My driver avatar thing is still in that cab, bless. There we go, and that should be the single yellow flashing. And then King's Norton, is that the... don't know, is that the station where the thing splits off? That's where like the two branches, the Redditch branch goes one way and the Bromsgrove goes straight, I think. So yeah, we're diverging left here. That's actually quite cool. A split banner appear. Yeah, so I think this is, yeah, King's Norton's the one where, do we split off to the left? Yeah, we split off to the left to go to Bromsgrove, and then it's straight for, oh no, it might not be the station, it might be the next one, or Longbridge, or I don't know. Oh, it's not this station. Right, where's that 6 right at the end? Still quite a bit of platform left to actually go. Oh, will those front doors open? No, they won't. So disused middle platforms here. I'm guessing there's a fast lines in the middle, I would assume. Yeah, I don't know what station it is. I don't know if it's Northfield. I think it might be Longbridge because I know that there's only one state. I think there's only one station after that kind of like junction split station where Broms goes to the next station. And I think to Redditch is a couple more stops, I think. But we shall see. It will all be unveiled to me as we do it. Oh, and I can go actually up to 70 miles per hour. Which, something is not the speeds on this line aren't anything, you know, to run home about, but now I guess we get to do a little bit of speeding. And max speed of these are 90, so yeah, these are kind of like designed for... They're accelerating trains. They're designed to accelerate fast and stop fast. It feels a bit refreshing doing a bit of speed. Okay. That humming is interesting. At this, because obviously I've not driven yet at this sort of high speed, where I could like really listen to how the train does sound at speed. Right, Northfield. Oh, so the middle tracks aren't actually electrified. I see. I guess that's a little bit that's kind of like inconvenient in case like you have disruption. Like obviously for diesel trains it's fine, but for electric trains they can only run on the slow lines. Beautiful. Northfield. But the aesthetic is pretty good as well for the stations. The branding, obviously, London Midland, they're no more. And I guess it's kind of easier to get licenses for Dovetail that where operators that don't exist anymore, because I don't think the branding is licensed. I don't think it would be licensed anymore. Would there be any sort of like reason for a train, like an ex-train operating company, to keep like the branding of like London Midland? But then again, something like a brand like Virgin is still quite, because obviously Virgin, what was so like I guess unique with Virgin is because Virgin was known as a brand before, and then obviously it has Virgin Trains, and in a way the branding for Virgin was just Virgin. It wasn't like Virgin Trains or anything. It was literally just the Virgin brand. So that is a little bit more harder to get branding for and licensing. Right. I think this. I think yeah, it must be Longbridge. That is the station that I'm thinking about. The one that splits off and curves one way and then goes straight to Redditch, or straight to Bromsgrove. It's either one of those two. It's a 50-50. Or maybe I'm completely wrong. Oh no, it's not. Then what station is that? What station is that on the Cross City Valley lines? Because I've not, have I passed it already? Yeah, what station is that? Is there no S marker for here? Oh, there was, but oh wow, that's a really high S marker. Oh my god. Home of Bourneville College. Okay. Electric trains, no access on goods line. Next stop will be Bromsgrove, end of the shift. Yeah. Quite long platforms, this. Right, single yellow. So I'm just gonna put in power notch 2. I'm coasting. Why am I hearing region braking? Now I'm really getting stumped here. What is that station? Is it on the other? No, it's not on the. Did I already pass it? I might have to have a look at the map. Oh, 90 miles per hour. Ooh. I might actually have to have a look at the map. Yes, it's this station. It's Barnt Green, but we're not stopping there for some reason. And then that obviously goes down to Redditch, and Bromsgrove is... Yeah, okay. So maybe on certain services don't stop at Barnt Green in the off-peak? Interesting. So I wasn't going mad, though. I wasn't going mad. I knew that there was a station that splits off and curves and goes one way to Redditch and one way to Bromsgrove. And a Class 66 with a very small little log train. Okay. Yeah, and it's a shame that these goods lines aren't electrified, I guess, in real life as well. Like, obviously, the more that it is electrified, it's just easier to kind of, like, you know, have things get out of the way and disruption. It's making a very interesting whine at speed. I'm guessing that's how this train sounds like at this, at speed. That's nice. Nice little long section to finish off the shift. I'm on minus 3,200. Is what it is. Oh, so we are actually. Oh yeah, this is Barnt Green. So this is the tight curve that goes off to Redditch, and we continue straight to Bromsgrove. Very nice. Sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Flashing double yellow. Hold on a sec. Did the horn change? I don't remember it sounding like this. I literally just can't remember it to the beginning of the video. And quite a bit of a downhill now. Quite a bit of a descent into wow. I could see that dip. This must be that huge ascent incline thing on this route. Like the longest continuous incline on the network. Wow. You could just coast here, don't you? I don't know if people actually even power down here because this is mad. Right, I'm gonna keep the brake on because technically the route is set, but it could still be a red coming up because we did pass a single flashing yellow. Oh, but it's a single yellow, so I can coast a bit more. But yeah, guys, overall, as I said, the route I actually like. I do like the route to drive on. The train, model-wise, quite nice. Quite like it. It's just this synchronization of like the sounds and how they interact with the player interaction with the train. That's the thing that's bugging me the most, and the only sort of real big negative. And obviously that bug with the doors where it just likes to reopen them for some reason. But I have to say, Cross City Lines, like it. It's quite a nice drive. And we're finally at the bottom of this descent. Driving back the other way from Bromsgrove must be interesting. Obviously, climbing that whole ascent on full power. And we're at 40. Red's at the end of the platform. There we go. That's National Rail symbol there. Not bad at all. And the oh, so they're both on the floor and on the side. Nice. Oh, that's 5. That's 4 and 5. I was about to actually stop there. Right, DRA on. Get the doors released. And slap that. And key off. And not... Oh, actually, turn off that. Turn on that. And my work here is done. And wow, that was a... Look at that. That's a tight finish right there. One thing I didn't check is, like, can you actually change this? Because it said, like, when I was coupling to make sure that the thing was set correct with the destination. So I don't know if that it does. It doesn't click or anything. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed my kind of first drive on the Cross City line, the Birmingham Cross City line, and having a drive with the Class 323. I enjoyed it. I have to say, love the route. It's a great drive, and the train itself, I think, again, modeled really nicely. Looks really nice. I don't know if I prefer the London Midland livery to, like, say, the West Midlands livery. Maybe the London livery kind of wore it a bit better. But again, my issues are the sound syncing is just a bit weird. Some of the sounds, I guess, maybe could be better, but generally the sounds are good. I think we can tell it's a 323, and I think that's the biggest thing with sounds. And just other sort of bugs with the doors, and it's just like these are kind of things that should have been picked up before it was actually publicly released. But it is what it is. It was a nice video to get back into Train Sim World 2021. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this DLC. Let me know what you want to see from my adventures in Train Sim 2021. I don't know what to do in terms, obviously, there's like the West Coast Mainline South, there's the Fife Circle in Scotland. Maybe I could do other stuff, maybe some international routes. I don't know. Just let me know in the comments, and I'll take on board any sort of feedback. But other than that, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
We ain't